4 on DC News Now. Another mishap at DCA. A plane clips another plane on the runway, this time with lawmakers on board.
Showers will keep working across the DMV as we wrap up the day. We'll let you know if there could be more soggy weather on your Friday.
And a later summer break.
A waste, right? It's a waste of resources, it's a waste of teachers' times, it's a waste of buses. Like
Montgomery County parents sound off as the school district tacks on an extra day to the school year.
Also, Metro moves ahead with expanding its automated train system, despite warnings from a safety watchdog.
Egg prices reach another record high. What that could mean for consumers.
We begin with breaking news of yet another scare at Reagan National Airport. Thanks for joining us for the News at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Tosin Fakile in for Annalisa Gale. A plane hit another plane's wing this afternoon. That's what Congress members who were on that flight tell us.
And DC News Now's Mariel Carbone joins us live at joins us live at the airport with what else we're learning. Mariel, what's the latest?
Well, Mark, the most important information tonight is that there are no injuries from this incident. I'm going to move, though, out of the way so you can see one of the planes involved in this is actually back behind us. If you can see beyond the JetBlue plane here, we are talking about that American Eagles airplane behind it. It was headed to JFK. What we can see out here, no major damage looking at it, but the airline, both planes, we were told, have some limited damage. Now, what we know at this point, according to the FAA, American Airlines Flight 5490 was traveling to Charleston, South Carolina today when the wingtip struck American Airlines Flight 4522. That one headed to JFK. Now, it happened on the taxiway here at DCA, and American Airlines tells us that each aircraft was taken out of service to be inspected. Now, at this point, we're told that there was limited damage to the winglet on each aircraft, and passengers we spoke to, they tell us today they still believe this is the safest way to travel. Today's incident, it comes about 2.5 months after an American Eagle flight and a military helicopter collided over the Potomac, killing everyone on board.
I mean, there's crashes, accidents that happen every day, right? It's still the safest form of travel, so I'd take that over driving any day.
I typically feel pretty safe, but hearing about things that could be or are going on in airports and airplanes just adds one more stressor into our already hectic lives.
Now, between the two flights, we are told about 151 people and crew members, they were on board, and some of them, as we know, acting Congress members. All of those passengers, they were put onto replacement aircrafts. And at this point, Mark and Tosin, we know the FAA will be investigating this incident out here at the airport. Reporting live, I'm Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Mariel, thank you. And one of those lawmakers on board was Congressman Nick LaLota of New York. That's a picture he posted while on the plane. He wrote, "Just now, while stationary on the runway at DCA, another plane bumped us, heading back to the gate. But everyone is okay." Also on board, Congresswoman Grace Meng. She posted a video of the repairs being made.
Hi, everyone. I'm okay. Everyone on the flight is okay. They're fixing the wing now. Everyone's safe. Thanks.
The FAA says it will investigate today's incident. Meanwhile, following January's deadly mid-air collision and other recent incidents at DCA, the agency ordered changes to address safety there. According to the agency, it's increasing its operational supervisor staffing from 6 to 8, reviewing controller staffing numbers, and reviewing DCA's arrival rate of aircraft per hour. Help is also coming in the form of a critical incident stress management team. There will be regularly scheduled wellness checks. In January, the agency put in new airspace rules. They include ordering planes at DCA to stop whenever the president flies Marine One. Also breaking right now, a helicopter crashed in the Hudson River off Manhattan near Jersey City. Those are all the details we have at this moment. We're learning more details coming in at this hour. Once again, this is the Hudson River in New York. Once we learn more, we'll bring you those details on air and online. And just in at 4, a gun goes off in a student's backpack at an elementary school in Maryland.
Yeah, tense moments. It happened at Billingsley Elementary in Charles County today. No injuries were reported. Charles County Public Schools says a student brought a loaded handgun from home and was digging through the backpack when it mistakenly discharged. The student told police officers they had no intention of harming anyone. The school district is working with the sheriff's office to investigate further. All right, let's head over to meteorologist Damon Madsen with our first look at our forecast.
And Damon, our day today a little different. We were glad it wasn't raining much, but that's all about to change. Is that right?
Yeah, the showers that have been out there across our western counties are finally starting to move across the rest of the DMV now as we head into the evening. So everybody is going to get in on the soggy weather here before the day is done. It has been a drenching rainfall across the I-81 corridor through Hagerstown, Martinsburg, Winchester. Some of those showers are finally pushing east, but that's where most of the rainfall has been locked in throughout the entire afternoon. Meanwhile, it stayed very dry, but just cloudy close to the district, the I-95 corridor. But finally, here come those showers. Now they're breaking up a little bit as they fight off some drier air that's still sitting around the district, but we do have some very light rain now spreading into parts of Montgomery County from Germantown over to Rockville, down into Reston, Centerville, and you'll still find some of the steadier rain just back off to the west. Frederick at the moment seeing a good solid dose of those showers. So as we continue along into the rest of the evening, the overnight hours, those chances for rainfall will continue to increase. Yes, there will be breaks at times. Each passing hour will be a little bit different depending on where you're at, but that chance for rainfall holds with us straight into the night. Now, do we keep this soggy weather around as we head toward the end of the week on your Friday? We'll have your full forecast with that answer coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. New information in that shooting that killed 3 people and injured 3 others in a Virginia neighborhood in Spotsylvania County. This was Tuesday night.
4 people now in custody for the shooting, which investigators believe stemmed from an illegal gun sale and robbery. Video shows the suspects casually walking on Greenwich Court with long guns drawn. According to the sheriff's office, a man was inside his home when he heard rapid gunfire and looked out at the suspects. He directed a family member to call 911. He went outside and shot one suspect. Deputies say that he won't be facing charges. Meanwhile, police have charged 2 16-year-olds, a 17-year-old, and an 18-year-old for the shooting. They've been booked on malicious wounding and felony gun charges. The sheriff's office says a decision about the murder charges hasn't come yet.
A 407 and on the move. Metro says it'll move ahead on expanding its automated train system to the Green Line and beyond, despite concerns from the transit agency's safety watchdog. Metro Safety Commission says too many red line trains have been blowing past where they're supposed to stop, which means passengers can't safely exit or board the train. But according to Metro, the automated system has had a 99.9% success rate.
Also today, the Metro Board approved a $5 billion budget. It'll improve service without raising fares starting June 22nd. Metro stations will open 1 hour earlier and close 1 hour later on weekends. Also, additional trains will run on the Red Line and Silver Line during peak rush hour. Extension of the Yellow Line will begin in December. Metro is also rolling out the Better Bus Network, which will bring more frequent service on some routes and rename every route for easier navigation. Metro was to cut $20 million from the budget through modernization efforts like automation.
A summer break will start a bit later for students at Montgomery County Public Schools.
Yeah, that's right. The school year will end June 17th. That's because MCPS is extending the school year by a day. The last 3 days will also be early release days.
And this change, you can imagine, not without controversy. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is in Rockville, Maryland. And Liberty, I can imagine parents aren't too excited about this.
You're very right, Tosin. Now, MCPS said that it had to extend the school year because of snow closures, but some of the parents we spoke with say that this extension is just a waste of time and resources.
This past winter packed a punch for Montgomery County Public Schools, which had to close 4 times due to the snow.
It's short-sighted that they didn't bake in more days into the year for these snow days. I mean, I know we got a lot more snow this year than we did last year, but it doesn't seem very forward thinking or planning ahead.
Now MCPS has to extend the school year by 1 day to meet the state's requirement of 180 days of instruction.
I don't have an issue with them extending the school days. I get that they have to have a certain amount of school days. I do think that filling a quota and like that sort of thing and just having them come just to come is a waste, right? It's a waste of resources, it's a waste of teachers' times, it's a waste of buses.
MCPS petitioned the Maryland State Department of Education to waive a requirement to make up the remaining day, but the request was denied.
I'm not sure what the kids are going to do in school those days. And given the fact that it's very last minute, for us, for example, we already planned and purchased tickets for a family vacation.
MCPS says the school year will now extend to June 17th with the last 3 days of school as early release days.
It's kind of disappointing that the state had denied the request for it to not have those days, right? Again, like very short-sighted.
MCPS released a statement saying, in part, we know this is a change, and although it is not entirely unexpected, we also realize that families may have already made plans. We understand this.
And then we also reached out to the Maryland State Department of Education and have yet to hear back. Meanwhile, some of the parents we spoke with said they might not even have their kids go to school on those final days. For now, live here in Rockville, Maryland, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
All right, Liberty, thank you for that report. Big news on Capitol Hill. The House passing President Trump's budget bill by a narrow margin. The new bill contains tax breaks, spending cuts, border security funding, and a debt ceiling increase. Despite President Trump calling it his big, beautiful bill, some House Republicans did not think it did enough to address spending cuts. The Senate passed the president's plan last week.
Well, economic confusion continues following President Trump's trade war. Today on Wall Street, stocks tumbling again, cutting into some of yesterday's gains when the president put a 90-day pause on some tariffs. Now, most of the president's tariff focus right now is China. And today, the White House clarifying tariffs on China is at 145% and not 125%. The president posted on Truth Social with the trade tensions. China is reaching out to other countries in what looks like an attempt to form a united front against Trump. Meanwhile, the European Union today says that it's putting a 90-day hold on its trade retaliation, allowing for possible negotiations.
New at 4 in the district. For the first time in generations, babies will be born on the east side of the Anacostia River. Our crews were there as DC celebrated a new, soon-to-be-open, full-service hospital in Ward 8. Cedar Hill Regional Medical Center, GW Health, is on the historic St. Elizabeth East Campus. It has an emergency department, trauma care, maternity health and delivery service, a NICU unit, operating rooms, and more.
When a person is having an emergency and having to cross town, cross a river on a bridge through traffic to get the emergency care that they need, and now having that care closer to home, we see those as life-saving minutes.
And this is the first new hospital built in D.C. in 25 years. It officially opens Tuesday, and this Saturday there will be a block party celebration from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.